Hello and welcome back everybody to F124 My Team Career Mode. Sorry guys for the delay on this is now last week's two episodes that I normally upload twice a week. But yeah, I guess I didn't have the time to work on any videos during that week. Because I had football tryouts, I horribly failed because I got injured midway.
And a warm welcome,
So
everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
anyway, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I missed out just not really because of injury. That was fake news. No, but I had apparently too much competition for the position I play in. But it doesn't matter. We come back stronger next semester, hopefully. But anyway, that's besides the point. We are in Australia for this episode, and hopefully we can continue this good run of form that we had over the last two races, scoring consistent points in Bahrain and Saudi. So yeah, hopefully we can get a good haul of points here as well and keep our momentum going for the rest of the season. This is still early on in the season, so anything can happen in this race weekend that could probably send us down a spiral of bad form. Hopefully that does not happen, as we are now third currently in Q1, so that was a decent lap, which puts us now P4 with the fastest middle sector. We are kind of going for I would say a very balanced setup for this race weekend, so we'll have a bit of speed, a bit of downforce, which should help us with these high speed corners. In the final, well, it's not really the final section. No, this is the middle sector. What am I talking about? Yeah, even turn one. The whole track is consists of high-speed corners like that one over there, before the final two over here, which are, I would say, medium to low speed, as we actually spin out on the final run, and we're gonna find reverse. And we are definitely going to abandon this run. Hopefully the lap we set on our first run is enough to get us into Q2. But yeah, we definitely have wing damage. I mean, definitely the whole thing came off. We're currently sitting in 8th place, as the rest of the field are now heading into the pits, as we are now safe from elimination. And we are through to Q2. Thank God. Unfortunately, our teammate has come last. I mean, he's still a rookie. Obviously, he's still a rookie. This is the first season. He's still an inexperienced driver. He's not fully used to F1 just yet. He's adapting and growing. And hopefully, by the end of the season, we have him fighting for points as well. Now Q2 over here, we kind of overshoot turn 1 and almost get off the track over there, but we saved it. And now into turn 3. Never mind, now it's turn... Okay, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter. It's gonna take me way too long to count all the corner numbers. By the time I get to the start-finish line, on used tires, mind you, and we set a 1:19.0. That's actually faster than our previous time, so we definitely had some time over there, as we almost get into a huge accident there with Fernando Alonso, who was exiting the pit lane. Now that was very close, but I mean, he kind of did give us space. We kind of had to go around him, but this time on a new tire set, we managed to not gain any time, as we probably made a mistake in the middle sector, indicated by that yellow bar on the top right there, showing us how well we did in each sector. But the first lap again was good enough for Q3, so we're now in the final qualifying session, and once again we're gonna go out on used tires to set a banker lap. Now over here we had a bit of an incident, you can say, where we had to slow down, and now this is our actual flying lap. As you can see, we gained 15 seconds on that previous run. Obviously a 135 is not the fastest you can go in qualifying over here, as we almost send it into the wall, and that's definitely not a good way to start our final qualifying session here in Australia. But definitely things to look out for in our final run, as we have 30 seconds to cross the line and start our final lap, as we have Verstappen currently in 9th place. Now everyone is already on a flyer behind us, I'm assuming, as we are the last driver to cross the line and start a flying lap. So that order up ahead would change, but it won't change for us until we cross the line, as Verstappen now shoots up to top 5 position. I can't really tell from here, but no one is setting the fastest lap on this qualifying run, and that means whoever is on provisional pole is currently on pole position, unless we can deny them that opportunity to start from P1 in the race on Sunday, as we are now finishing our middle sector. We are a 10th up on Alonso by the time we finish or end the middle sector, as we are 7/10ths up on our previous time. Now we will definitely gain a lot of time exiting the final 2 corners, as that's where we had our huge snap of oversteer, which caused us to have a pretty bad lap. Yeah, it is a bad lap. As you can see on the top right now, our time is gaining big, as we are now up almost 5 seconds as we cross the line. Where are we going to start? It is going to be P6 for the race on Sunday. A decent qualifying for us.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Well, once upon a time, this used to be the season opener before it fell victim to a pandemic reshuffling. But now Albert Park is back at the heart of the F1 calendar, so welcome to sun-kissed Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, the owner driver, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Hamilton, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Magnussen, Russell, Tsunoda, Bottas, Ricciardo, Joe, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and Arthur Leclerc. And now it's time to head down to the track.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
We will definitely try to do that here, as we're starting from P5 on the grid, so grid penalty for one of the drivers ahead of us puts us in a good position over here, as we have a problem finding the clutch, the paddle, which I did mention had a few issues sometimes with upshifting. And yeah, that I don't know what to do about it, to be fair, but like I have a workaround, which is basically just smash the shifter really hard. Like I pull on it very hard. That does not sound right. Do not take that out of context, I beg you, as we get a decent parking. As we are gonna wait for the rest of the grid to form up, and we are gonna wait for the 5 red lights to start this race, as Lando Norris, who is on pole position, is gonna lead us into turn 1. It's 5 lights and a wait. we go, as we have Perez in second place. A pretty average start for him, as he has his teammate alongside him, and he Verstappen overtakes Perez, takes second place, as Lance Stroll, who is had a very good start off the line. He is now up into P5, as we drop down a position into P6, right ahead of Carlos Sainz, who is right on our gearbox, with Alonso in 8th and Hamilton in 9th place, and Gasly to round up the top 10. Now Alonso had a pretty bad start, as he dropped down 2 positions. He was starting from P6 in this race, and we are now gonna try to settle in for a 20 lap battle with the rest of the grid to get decent points for our team, as we won't be having any assistance from our rookie teammate Arthur Leclerc, who is currently sat in last place, as we make a move down the inside on Lance Stroll. We kind of get off track over there, but Lance Stroll takes that position back, and we bang wheels with Carlos Sainz, as we are fighting now with him for 7th place, but we managed to stay ahead and hold our position. Sorry, it's been a while since I've commentated, and I'm kind of I lose my breath very quickly because I don't know. Anyway, we kind of make a mistake there going into turn 1. Exiting turn 1, and that gives Sainz the opportunity possibly to make a move around the outside, but we close the door on him and maintain our position in 6th place. Now we are definitely going to try to chase Lance Stroll, who is currently ahead of us in 5th, and with the DRS being activated after the first lap ending, this is definitely our prime time right now, as we are close enough to make a move going into turns 9 and 10, the fast chicane. That probably it is my favorite part on this track. Very fast and free flowing. As we make a move down the inside, we go on Lance Stroll, and this time we managed to hold our position. I mean, we had to give our position back there because we overtook and then left the track, so we gave our position back, and now we are within the track limits this time, as we make our overtake on Lance Stroll, and we are now 4 seconds behind the next car, who is Charles Leclerc. And like every other time, we have Lance Stroll here attempting an overtake going into turn 1. Are we gonna hold it around the outside? Yes, we are gonna hold it around the outside. So like every other race before this one, which was just 2, we have started on the hard compound tire, so that should give us a bit more longevity later in the stint, where we should be able to start catching up to the next car ahead of us, who is Leclerc. But it seems like he is still pulling away from us, as we managed to create a pretty decent gap, not enough to break the DRS, but a decent gap from Lance Stroll, who is behind us now, 9/10, almost over a second. But this is a double detection, so he is going to get a second dose of DRS going down this straight right here, and he's going to close that gap down just a little bit. But we manage to hold on to that gap and create a huge enough gap that now he doesn't even have DRS on us anymore, as you can see from these laps going by, as we have an engine failure. No, an engine failure. That's like the worst thing that could happen. We were in such a good position to finish, probably even on the podium with the strategy that we were trying to go for, but unfortunately our engine has had a mechanical issue, and we are now forced to retire, unfortunately, as yeah, that definitely isn't the right way to end this video. Pretty fast, actually.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
And they led every single lap of the race. It was a light to flag victory, and that is total dominance.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Alright, unfortunately, once again, I have to say this again, we got an engine it's not really an engine failure, the engine's fine. It was definitely something else, if I'm not wrong. Not the internal combustion engine, it was something having to do with the control electronics, if I'm not wrong. If we go to it right now, yeah, it was definitely what I just said. The control electronics had failed on us, and that means we have to take a new part early in the season, which is gonna slow us down in the latter stages of the season with grid penalties. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Apologies for the buzz that you hear in the background, that's the AC working very hard to keep me cool. But yeah, follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. It's gonna be on the top right of your screens. I'm gonna be updating you guys when the next video is coming out, at what time exactly. And yeah, have a nice day.